gentlemen, if you thought part 1 was the end of it, part 2 is going to go off the rails. Somebody needs to mute their microphone. I'm getting me twice.
Bad. It's probably Lynch with the double feed in.
Could be.
No. Phone's down, man.
We're talking about your microphone. Anyway, let's get to business. Part 2, lies exposed. The shit pile just keeps getting bigger. Get your shovels ready tonight on the Speedway Review. Welcome, everybody, to a special edition of the Speedway Review. My name is Chris Burns. I'm going to take it around the room. Top left corner, you have the producer extraordinaire, the man with no hair, Big Herm, Michael P.S. Herman.
Heard victim or whatever it is. Heard.
Right. You have in the center square our PR guy who's done more in 3 weeks than the other guy did in 2 years, J.R. Tanksley.
What's up, guys?
Right above me, you have that boy, Corey Huffnagel, co-founder and co-conspirator of this thing you call the Speedway Review.
What up?
Bottom left-hand corner, you have...
yeah. I never changed my name from the other night. I'm sticking with it.
Well, we're still going to call you Squeezy McCheesy. It is the one and only Chris Lynch.
That's me.
And in the center square, much like Paul Lind back in the day, we have Jay Reynolds. He of the Craftsman Truck Series garage area. Oh, Jay, how are you tonight, buddy?
Tired.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, that seems.
Hey, 4 a.m. comes early.
It does.
Yeah.
We'll get you out of here. We'll get you out of here in short time. Before we start, Lynch asked me if he could say something before we get into it. By the way, we are waiting on Alex Clubb from CRI Racing, and we're gonna get a lot of shit out of the way. I'm looking at the comment section and who's watching. Hello, Robert Boyer. Hello, TJ Peters. Hello, Terry. Hello, Zach. This group seems like it's going to be interesting. Yeah, have fun with this. But Lynch, the floor is yours, my man. Say what you want to say, please. Oh, by the way,
all right.
Chris Lynch is from the award-winning podcast that has never won a single award ever in the history of ever. Dysfunction.
This guy right here
on Tuesday night. That's right.
Hey, Herm.
So,
Herm, you got big. Hey, there I am.
You still haven't shaved the possum yet. Looks good.
No.
This is what happens when you order Mick Foley on Wish.
On Wish.
Hey, Chris.
So
all right,
anyway,
floor is yours.
So anyway, there I was all by myself. That's a lie. I was working with 2 other people. And Mr. Statboy Corey there, up on the upper right-hand side of the screen, dressed in all red, sends me this fucking message this morning. I was always happy to hear from Corey. Corey's one of my favorite people.
Thank you.
But what was really distressing was the contents of said fucking message. And it proves a point that myself and Herm, and I think one other person made, that this piece of walking trash, Mr. Balisico, I don't want to use the word Mr.
Jordan Ballis scumbag.
He doesn't deserve the title Mr. So you're not getting that from me. Jordan, I hope you watch this. I hope you're watching it right now. I hope you watch the replay. Because here it comes. Here's the fucking business. You fuck with my boys, you're fucking with me. Ooh. I got one of these boys right here. Right here. This guy right here. You see him? Chris Burns? So fucking worked up and sick over it. Physically ill. When you fuck with my people, I get angry. And I don't have any skin in this fucking game. I didn't donate one fucking dime. Not one dime. But you know what? This is my fucking show. It's Herm's fucking show. It's Burns' fucking show. And you have the fucking balls to, number one, stalk young women who are drivers in the ARCA series and whatever other fucking series you're.
That's true. We have, not to interrupt Lynch, we have confirmation visually and confirming from several that they've blocked him because of stalker behavior.
Okay, so there's point number one proven. Stop fucking focusing, camera. Pay attention. So then I go to flash forward to earlier this evening, when I see he's approached yet another young female driver. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Coming November 14th, proud to present next guest on whatever fucking piece of shit podcast it is he's promoting now. Mike, hey, nice to see you.
I want to get to Michael McMahon in a minute. There's a little bit to be said about Michael, and he deserves. We had a nice conversation earlier, but go ahead, Lynch, please.
But the more and more I read into Corey's messages, brought forth some other facts that I kind of not really that I didn't know as facts. That motherfucker never worked in a strip club. He's 110 pounds, soaking wet, with 5-pound rocks in his pockets, all 4 of them. And these people, these women, who I saw photos of, disturbing photos, not the kind of photos that you know, oh, hey, look at this pretty girl. These are fucking disturbing.
Yeah.
And he's priding himself on trying to fuck around on his wife with these young women who are strippers in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
We have confirmation that he asked the driver for $3,000 so he could get a divorce from his wife.
Oh, no. That was a listener. We'll get to that.
So now I sent this in a message earlier today to Chris. I blacked out when I started reading these texts. I actually said when I saw them out loud, "What the fuck?" And my 2 coworkers said, "What's wrong?" I got to go in the back room for a minute. I've never been that angry about something that didn't directly involve me up until I've been angry, but not this angry. He hasn't even really touched my life directly until today.
You're not a female driver, that's why.
Oh, until today, which confirms my speculations that he is an addict. He's addicted to spending money and young pussy that he can't even fucking afford, nor would they give him the time of day. Also confirmed. Just by the tone and content of said messages that he was dumb enough to forward to somebody else with a fucking stripper telling him to go get fucking bent.
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
So to you, Jordan,
You saw that.
Dallas scumbag Seco, to you, I had sympathy for you Tuesday night. A little bit. You owe no one owes you any patience, any sympathies, or any time. Time's now. Well, what was that movement from 2018? Me Too, time's up. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Time's up back in his 2023. Pay your fucking debts before karma, the big bus of karma, hits you and you end up in a fucking ditch is where I hope you end up. I hope you owe somebody in Ohio a lot of money. Again, another theory I think is false because you wouldn't dare steal from your friends or borrow money from your friends who are geographically close to you because you know they will kick your fucking ass from Ohio to Wisconsin and back. So pay up, motherfucker. Pay up. You don't deserve to spend time with those 2 children that you call your own. You're fucking creepy. You're disgusting. You're a piece of fucking trash. Come on, Jordan. If you have one fucking hair on your little sack of nuts, I dare you, come on this show or message me directly, and I challenge you. Show me a fucking paycheck. Show me a fucking paycheck that you were paid by these motherfuckers in Ohio at a strip club. You're a stalker. You're disgusting. You disgust me. You prey on weak-minded and you prey on people that are even worse off than you.
I'm not weak-minded. What he does is he preys on.
No, I'm not talking about you guys. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the women.
All right.
I'm talking about the women in his life that he preys upon. People are already in a shitty enough situation where they got to flash their fucking clams on stage to get a dollar bill. That's low.
I
That's
support
low.
single moms, bro.
Oh, I do too.
$1 at a time.
But I don't tolerate nor support a creepy motherfucker,
No.
Mr. Balisico, preying on these people and breaking them down until they give them their cell phone number. That's what happens. That's what happened. He was a patron. And then I find out more today that he had the nuts to ask a celebrity driver for $10,000. to feel his fucking habit.
We'll get to that in just a few moments.
Here,
Absolutely.
if karma is sweet and karma is swift, one of two things is going to happen. You're breaking federal law, number one, and I pray and hope that that karma bus catches up to you. Or number two, you wake up in the morning, you get in your car, and you just magically fucking disappear. Karma takes you out. You're gone. You don't deserve to have the things you have in your life. Your wife is better off without you. Your kids are better off not being influenced by a piece of shit like you. Now, if I've gone over the line, so fucking be it. But I stand by my words, and I stand behind these words because these people over here on this side of the screen, I may not be the part of the Speedway Review. I'm a casual watcher. But you know what? Beyond that, these are my friends. These are people I consider family. And when you fuck with family, you fuck with family, you fuck with me. I'm done. Off my soapbox. Carry on. I'm really interested to hear some more bullshit that this guy's spewing because that's all that keeps coming is fucking lies.
We'll get to that in a minute. Go ahead, Herm, please.
I'd like to mention to anybody that's viewing, this is another crossover dual show. We are on the Dysfunction Junction page and on Speedway Review right now. We are on both channels trying to inform all of our viewers should they happen to run into this.
I just want to piggyback something that Lynch said just a little bit ago. And you guys here on the panel, minus Jay, know this already. But I'm going to piggyback something Lynch said, and he's right. The last couple days, he's been checking in on me. Herm's been checking in on me. JR, same. But Corey, I don't think you know this. I apologize.
Sorry.
I haven't slept well in the 2 weeks since we fired him. Watching text message after text message after text message come in about, who he's hit up for money, who is giving him money, who is on the outs, and he's not paying anyone back. I haven't held down a meal in nearly 2 weeks. I thought I did today. Full disclosure, I texted these guys, most everybody involved, at 11 a.m. And I said, all right, guys, I'm going in. I'm going to eat lunch. What's the over-under on me yakking it up? And I'm not blaming this on JR, but JR sends me a message that he had heard some. No, you sent me a message that you got to call me. And I did. And when he shared what he shared with me, you pull the truck over, you step off to the side, you watch that beautiful half-pound Arby's burger come out, and it was worth the $11 going down. It was certainly not worth the $11 coming up. So the over-under on that was about 4 hours. So whoever had 4 hours in the pool, congratulations. Last night, I walked away from the show twice because I had to gurgle and I had to go take care of some business in the bathroom. Beyond that, this is something, and I said it Tuesday when we did the initial crossover, was I put my trust in him, and I put him in touch with someone who I've known for nearly 40 years. Do not hit that button. Do not hit that fucking button. Thank you. All right, thanks, Lynch. You know what? Go ahead, hit the button. I've known him nearly 40 years. And the first question out of Herm's mouth was, "Can we trust him? Is this legit?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure, it's legit. He's my friend." Yeah, it turns out it wasn't. Okay. Earlier today, I reached out to Mike McMahon, who's in the comment section, and I got to tell you, to tell this story, I have to get to that story. Corey and I were in between. Well, we had one producer, and then he was a dick. So, we were doing this show like Facebook Live, split screen Jones.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, we're missing what used to be. So I'm looking around. I found Mike McMahon. Mike McMahon comes in, and there was personality conflicts from all three of us. I'm not proud of this. Corey will tell you. I up and quit my own show in the summer of 2021. We went 7 weeks without an episode. Wasn't worth it anymore. The fun was gone. I was done dealing with horseshit people. So Corey and I went back to doing side by side, Facebook Live, whatever. And I happened to stumble across Jordan's show, whatever it was, motorsports, whatever. And I said, Corey, watch your show, please. I think this is our guy. Well, for 2
Herbert's
years.
Weekly.
No, that was the other show. Stripper Glitter and
Desperation.
incurable diseases on mypecker.com.
Right.
So he came on, and we touched on this a little bit on the Tuesday show. Motorsports Race Talk. Thank you, Justin. Justin comes in huge a little later in the conversation. And he brought Tori on. And like I said Tuesday, Tori lights whatever room he's in up. He is charisma personified. So we brought Tori on. We thought we had a good team. Problem was Jordan wasn't showing up for every show. Jordan would book multiple guests and then not come on, and we're stuck not knowing a damn thing about who we're talking to. And then we did, well, yeah, you would think, right? So I forget how the conversation came up. Herm and I were talking about something, and I said, "Hey, bro, you're in the comment section every fucking week. You want to produce the show?" Herm said, "I'll give it a shot." And here he is. I mean, he's got a fucking Ross Chastain t-shirt. He's watching the races. You know, he's doing what needs to be, he's doing what needs to be done, and he's here every fucking week.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to get too much into what happened because we did that on Tuesday's show. This is more about the new stuff we have found out. And with that information in mind, I'm going to throw it to J.R. Tanksley, who's going to give you the latest in celebrity racing gossip. I cannot believe what I heard today. JR, you owe me $11 for that delicious Arby's sandwich that is now currently sitting in a pile, if the raccoons haven't got it, on Route 32 in Connecticut.
I will gladly send you your $11.
It was his own goddamn fault. He ate Arby's.
Listen,
delicious.
I'll send you 20 so you can get you a beer to get the taste out of your mouth.
You send me 25, I'll get a couple nips to wash it down with.
There you go, a little Crown Royale.
You send me $600, I'll go buy a stripper.
It's like the old Bloodhound Gang song. The lap dance is so much better when the stripper is crying.
Her name was Russell.
Shits and giggles to somebody giggles and shits.
That happened. Hey, happened to me once. All right. So
anyway,
so let me set this story up. JR, obviously, PR dude extraordinary. He's done more in 3 weeks than anybody who's ever worked with this show on a PR level ish. Not discounting myself or Corey or any. I'm only discounting one person. Justin Hughes says, "What's up? What's up, Justin Hughes? How are you doing tonight?"
Oh, what up?
So I know I know JR's been reaching out to like Rackley War. He's reaching out to all these teams. I get a message every fucking day. Hey, I reached out to Joe Gibbs Racing. Hey, I reached out to this one. But I want you specifically to tell the story of what happened today when you reached out to Rhett Jones Racing. Please, the floor is yours.
Okay, to elaborate on me sending him messages every day, if it's like an email or a Facebook or a Twitter and Instagram, he gets screenshots. I can't really screenshot a phone call, but if it's
you're telling me what you're doing. That's what I'm saying. If I don't get a message from you a day, I don't think you're doing your fucking job.
You're completely telling us what's going on. Absolutely.
Right. So anyway, I was on the phone with the PR guy at Rhett Jones Racing today, and Frankie Muniz just so happened to be in the building. And we kind of got on.
For what it's worth, I don't mean to stop you. If somebody out there doesn't know who Frankie Muniz is, get on your Google machine right now and look it up. But I'm going to help you. He was Malcolm in the Middle, and he is currently one of the bigger guys on the ARCA racing circuit.
Wasn't he? Didn't he do like a Spy Kid? Like
some stupid.
Yeah, he
Cody
did.
Banks.
Agent Cody Banks.
Guys, listen. Watch me pop Herm. You know how I know you're gay?
How?
Because you know what Cody Banks is.
Hey, gay is life. That sounds really, really gay. I mean,
back to JR, please.
Anyway, so Frankie Muniz just so happens to be in the building while I'm asking this guy if he can interview Frankie Muniz on our show. He goes, "Well, Frankie just walked in. Would you like to speak with him?" I was like, hey, Frankie, it's an honor to get to speak with you on the phone. I was wondering if you'd like to come on our podcast on Facebook and YouTube Speedway Review. And he goes, yeah, man. He said, I reached out to your other PR. And I said and told him that I couldn't do it till after the race season because he's acting on a TV show right now that's I guess hasn't been released yet, and he's also racing, so his schedule is packed, which I understand, and everybody on this show understands. It's hard to get drivers anyway because of their schedules. And I was like, we don't have another PR. And he goes, well, who is this Jordan Balisico guy? Which he didn't say Balisico. He said something else, and I laughed my ass off. But he
like
says,
Miller or something like that.
Bella scumbag.
Speedway Guy.
He goes, who is this Jordan guy? And I was like, he's no longer with the show. It come out to be, a big money laundering Ponzi scheme type deal. And I was like, and I hope he hasn't said anything to you. And he goes, well, funny story is several months ago, he sent me a direct message asking if I could send him thousands of dollars to pay for his wife's medical bills.
Look at the face Lynch just made. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Lynch is outside looking in, and that face just told a story.
Yep.
I'm going to be honest. When he told me that, I part of me was like, he's never going to come on the show because of this. Like, this kid is really like, we had Bill Lester. Bill Lester was texting me again today and said, man, I would love to get on. Let me know when you guys want me on. And then when all this Jordan shit got to him, he's like, look, man, because of the Jordan drama, I respectfully going to decline because I don't want to be a part of the drama. So,
yeah.
And you know what? I can completely understand where it's coming from.
I do
that's
too.
What pisses me off that pisses me off the most about this is that it's guilty by association now. Tainted the name of this podcast, this review. Even though he's falsely representing himself, now if that's what he's trying.
Yeah. So I did. Go ahead.
Sorry. To find out he's that's why I said earlier, approaching a celebrity driver. Well, you got some big fucking balls. No, Malcolm's not going to fuel your fucking script. Sorry. Go ahead, JR. I'm sorry.
But it really bothers me a lot knowing that I'm reaching out to these guys and they're like, well, your other PRs ask us for money and we're uncomfortable. Like, we don't ask you for money to come on our show.
That's why we're here.
Like, you have the free time. You come on our show. You don't have the free time. When you get the free time, say, hey, man, I'm free. I'd like to come on. We're never going to ask you for money, ever. We may ask you if we can sponsor you, but we're not going to ask you for money.
No, everybody asks me for money.
First National ATM Bank of Dad.
Chris, I cannot hear you.
Bird, you're talking. I don't hear you.
I got him jacked up, and I can't get anything out of him.
No, it's these headphones. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right. You're good, my man. You're good.
Yeah. I hit the sneeze button by accident.
No, it's good. But I was like, oh my god, my shit just broke.
We'll go to Jay Reynolds in a second. Justin Thomas White, start typing. You've got a story to tell. Mike McMahon is in the comments. I think what he's trying to say is his fault. He introduced him to everyone and vouched for him. I'm sorry, Mike. I said the same thing to these guys once this started, especially to Herm. I put my neck out and said, yeah, we can trust this guy. And he soaked Herm for nearly $500. He soaked another listener for $800. We've heard stories, and I don't know, Jay, you had a small story to tell. Alex Clubb, we're hoping will join us. He's got a story to tell. The Frankie Muniz story was what really put me over the edge, but what Justin Thomas White had to say really put me over the edge. But Jay, I only know who you are from the comment section. No offense right there. He got Mike McMahon for a couple of hundred, according to the comment section. Bring that up on the screen. Everybody needs to see this. Everybody. Jay, we'd see you in the comment section. I'm like, oh yeah, who's this Jay Reynolds? You know, working with you were working with Thor Sport, and oh, that's my friend Jay. That's his cut, right? You know, oh, that's my friend Jay. Yay! I mean, you have a story to tell. Please tell it.
I'd known him a couple years just through social media. I only actually met him for the first time at Mid Ohio when he was with Alex's team, and he got into the truck garage and came over to the 66 truck, and I was like, oh, okay, nice to meet you. Shook his hand and away he went. That was the only time I ever met him. But after that, a couple times he tried hitting me up for like $20-$40 increments, and I got screwed by an ARCA owner a couple years ago that still owes me $3,000. And after that incident, I just cut everybody off. Unless you have my blood flowing through you, you don't get a dime from me.
I understand that.
It's like that with everybody.
That's a good policy to have.
Right. And according to Mike McMahon here in the comment section, they were business partners. I can only imagine what kind of business, you know, no offense to you, Mike. You're, from what I have talked to you and seen of you, you know, your life is going in a good direction, trying to put the past where it belongs. But, you know, you're trying, kid. And that's all that matters. Robert Boyer says addicts are masterminds of manipulation, and you really can't see the real person until patterns show up as time goes by. That's entirely the truth. Lee comes in and says, sounds like someone who needs a good ass whooping. Oh, dude, you have no clue. We're getting into that in a second.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah. For the sake of Jay, and I don't think Corey was on the show Tuesday night.
I was.
No, you were, but not when we said what we said. Right. And I think I could say this about Lynch as well. Herm makes a joke that Herm and I have been passing the same $20 bill to each other for the last 35 years.
Yeah.
And I could say the same thing about Lynch. We've helped each other in shit situations.
It's funny because it's true.
Right. And, you know, the real end result is, you know, and I've said this, I used examples Tuesday night. I don't want to do them again, but, you know, I can point to my sister Terry, you know, sitting right upstairs, you know, listening, you know, she's my sister in my heart. You know, we're not blood, but we've, again, after 40 years, you become family. I can say the same thing about a whole lot of other people. Jordan, not Jordan. God damn it. All right, Corey, when you see me next, slap me in the back of the head.
You are like this. I'm going to silence you. You have lost your talking privileges for 3 minutes. This is like Rush.
Oh, shit. Radio free 5 minutes. Corey and I have been doing this show for now 6.5 years. Corey is my brother.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know, you don't fuck your brother, man. You do not screw over your brothers.
Oh, and if I can interject, that was the thing. Like when we figured out he'd been caught out, he started using words like brother and family. Like that was gonna like that covers it. And I was like, yo, this is how
Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
You this is how you treat your family, bro. I don't think you understand what the word you keep saying that word, but I don't think you know what it means.
From the comment section, Mike McMahon says, did William Shelley share his story? Yes, go back and watch Tuesday nights.
On episode 1, on part 1.
Yeah,
that was the Tuesday show.
I mean, I get that. I think Jordan would kick his own grandmother down to get out of a burning building and just let her perish. Because
you're right.
There's no honor.
Is that the $3,000 amount?
Yeah. Jordan tried to get me to send him a pretty decent amount of money to pay for Jordan's divorce. I'm not sending him anything. He keeps asking for money. I blocked his ass. Yeah, that's the one I wanted to talk about because I don't remember which one of you
I spoke of earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Justin, look, I don't know what Justin's relationship is. Unlike, you know, Mike McMahon, who, you know, Mike said they founded NASCAR Daily together. And for what it's worth, I like NASCAR Daily. I did. That's half the reason I wanted Mike to be a part of this team. But unfortunately, you know, we all have different personalities. It just didn't gel. You know, Mike, after a year and a half, 2 years of not talking to you, it was great talking to you. Good luck with whatever it is you want to do. We never want you to fail. Just so you know, we want Jordan to fail. But having said that, what?
My head hurts.
Why, Lynch?
He's asking people for money for a divorce.
Oh yeah, the same guy who said he wasn't looking to get a divorce wanted money for a divorce.
I got to say something. I'm the only guy that he asked or got it from that whatever sum of money was given, and for me it was $500, doesn't mean a fucking thing. Since my parents died, $500 ain't shit.
Still waiting on that.
Still waiting on that fucking sock drawer.
My man, I'm telling you, Christmas is coming. Jen and I are gonna get stupid this year.
Dude, my pants don't hold up anymore.
It's all right. You just hold on a little longer.
I wish I could put.
Hold on. But
I wish I could put comments up.
I'm the only person that doesn't need that money back.
Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yeah, that one. I asked him why his family wouldn't help him. Working 3 jobs. How about working 1 and not lying about it?
How about in a private conversation between, and you know what? Hi, Gage. Oh, I get to say it. In the comment section is our friend Gage, my man. Man. Love that shit. In a private conversation between, and I'm bringing it out now, fuck private, JR, myself, and Jordan's wife, working 3 jobs. No, he's working 1.5. And she says she doesn't know where the money went. She says she doesn't know anything about this. I've got questions, and I'm sure we've all got questions.
Yeah.
But
I got a question. What's up with the $20?
Yeah. I mean, are you trying to get stripper drunk or what?
That's not how strippers get strippers.
No,
strippers require
I've got your 20, man. It's right here.
Oh, my 20. All right, I got you.
Yeah, that's like the bat. That's like Jordan's bat signal. You put a $20 bill up.
For real.
And a hooker.
You don't even have the link. You're gonna pop in.
Hey, listen. When y'all started saying money and hookers, I really thought my wife was gonna walk in, and I was gonna get the fuck smacked out of me.
My wife loves money and hookers, so I'm good.
She went on the banana trip with us.
Well, see, I have a theory. I have a theory as to maybe if that would potentially prove the wife's correct that she doesn't know. He's telling her he works all sorts of weird fucking hours. Meanwhile, he's out at a strip club, finger banging fucking Consuela in her dirty little asshole with $20 bills.
My goodness, I got to make sure and mark the not for kids box on this post when I let it rip.
Hey, and I'll ask the panel the same question I asked some of you guys. What strip club is going to hire a 112-pound bouncer unless he's won the super flyweight belt in UFC?
See, I never heard the bouncer part of that whole. I just knew he worked there. I figured he was the bathroom attendant, or he fucking you know what I mean. He mopped up the cum in the booths or something in the champagne room. But I didn't figure he was a bouncer ever, and it's a good thing because if I'd have heard that, I'm like, this nigga doesn't know what he's talking about.
Can we bring up Mike McMahon's comment? Can we, real quick, before anybody else goes on? Mike McMahon says, every month it was, I need 850 so I don't get evicted. Where in the ever-loving hell do you have the nerve to ask somebody nearly monthly for $850? I've never asked for somebody for $850 maybe once in my life, and I got paid back. So, seriously, what are you doing with yourself? Probably the bathroom guy. He's giving out the Cheez-Its at the Golden Banana.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, see, Corey, my man. Corey's got a story to tell too. He was reaching out to you as well.
Yeah, so there's been like a couple times where he would ask me for money, and clearly I never I wouldn't even give him a fucking cent. Or
Corey,
whatever.
move to your right. No, move to your right, not look right.
Yeah, you're kind of dead under the logo. There you go.
How do I look?
You're good.
Terrible, but you're on the screen.
You're ugly as shit, but I can see all of it.
And Hey, I may look ugly, but I'm good though.
You are.
And I missed you, and I missed you guys for the last 2 weeks. But anyways, without further ado, so there was a couple times, where he would like ask me like for money, and I wouldn't even give him like a fucking cent or whatever. I mean, like it would be like, oh, I need money for like baby formula, I need this, and then I need that or whatever. And to me, like, I was relieved that like I didn't give him money, but it kind of pisses me off the fact that you guys, fell victim to this, and I honestly like feel bad for you guys, for doing that and all that and so forth. And honestly, like, if I would have gave him like $460 and, if he was bullshitting me left and right, I would have been the same thing. Now, there's one story that, I got to tell you guys. And, when he was working on the show with us, and I remember this vividly. So there was one time he texted me saying, hey guys, I need $71.60 whatever cents by 7:00. Otherwise, I'm going to get kicked out and then get homeless or I'm going to be homeless, whatever. So I said, I wish I could, but I can't. And then Chris kind of said the same thing. So then he goes on and says, hey guys, seriously, I need the money by 7:00 or otherwise I'm going to be homeless, yada, yada, yada. So then 15 minutes later, I get a message of, oh, hey guys, I'm going to come on the show. I'll be on in like 10 minutes. And I look at it. I was like, motherfucker, like, didn't you say you were like going to be homeless? Like, what is this? I mean, that was the part right there where I said, okay, something's a little bit off when he said that he needed the money by 7 or he's going to be homeless to now, oh, I'm going to be on the show in like 15 minutes. That was the one part where I kind of got a little bit concerned. Well, I was a little bit of a red flag about, but no, then there was also times, and of course and Lynch, I did send you the pictures of when he was working at the strip club to when he quit, whatever. And surprisingly enough, I can't believe I still had those on my phone, but then I said to myself, like, I got to give these guys all the evidence, like, what really happened at like the strip joint and whatnot. But yeah, but honestly, like, I thought he was a great kid, but after all the stuff that came out like today,
well, and honestly,
I gotta tell you, I just didn't. I just at the point where I'm like, I just don't trust the kid anymore.
Well, honestly, I mean, it doesn't really surprise me. Like I said, I had already theorized that I bought AEW tickets.
Anybody even watching?
Yeah. I had already theorized that he wasn't
waste
working.
like 3 vacation days and buy a ticket to Ohio. He just doesn't know when. He thinks it's all over. I'm going to buy a motherfucking ticket. I'm not even going to buy a ticket. I'm going to spend my motherfucking points.
Let Lynch finish,
only
please.
thing I'm going to
Please.
spend is drinks. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, you heard you read what I said earlier. I like to drive and do things.
I live on the road, for crying out loud.
I like to drive and do things. That's things. And I like to drive. I've been through Ohio before. I'm very familiar.
Ohio
with
is
it.
lovely this time of year.
I'm very familiar with that stretch of Ohio. But anyway, I digress. I knew the story about him working was bullshit.
Nice and full of deer.
Yeah. But I knew
if you're going out this time of year and you're going down 80 through Pennsylvania to get to Ohio, play Count the Deer.
Yeah. Well, you're going to need all sorts of fingers and toes for that.
You'll be naked by the time you hit intercourse.
Yeah.
Which is not odd for most of us.
If I hit a deer, I wouldn't be working.
Mike, you're going through all this stuff we brought up Tuesday. Look at the championship belts. Look at my tickets. Look at this concert, dude. I'm not saying you're late, but you're a tad bit late. That was Tuesday. Go back and check it out, please. Wait till this is over.
And I got to be honest, for everybody else that he gave reasons for money, that was all red flags to them.
Oh,
that never triggered with me. I donated money and I gave money to sponsor a softball team with a rec center where he worked at his job. Okay.
Right.
So how he spent his money to me never actually it wasn't a quantified number. I couldn't add 1 + 1. It was 1 plus there was no number. It was like it was the letter A. So
going back to what you said earlier though, Herm, in the chat, it was like you saw an opportunity to take the name of Dysfunction Junction, which if you're not watching Dysfunction Junction,
shirt, sell merchandise, absolutely.
Right. if you're not watching Dysfunction Junction on a Tuesday night, you're doing Tuesday night wrong. 6 o'clock Eastern time every fucking week. You saw an opportunity to help the business, us, Dysfunction Junction, and I don't blame you for it. My thing, and it goes back to this, is that I put my neck out and said, yes, trust him. Robert, what makes me mad is y'all show is tainted with his behavior, and guests and returning don't want to come on. I think when your name or business gets tainted, it's worse than the money he owes you guys in some degree. Robert, I'm going to say this. With the exception of Bill Lester, which God bless Bill Lester, he made the decision that he needed to make. We have gotten more support from guests, drivers, Jay Reynolds sitting right here, to the point where I got messages from Christian Eckes saying what happened, knowing that he didn't give $1. Christian didn't give $1 to Jordan, thank God, nor did Jordan ask. That would have been, the super red flag for me. I didn't know. None of us knew until William Shelley came forward. Until now, everybody's coming forward. And I wish Alex were here, but I'm going to have JR when he comes back on camera.
Did we clarify that he's a nurse?
He's a what do you call it? A patient transporter.
He's an orderly. He has no skill. He's unskilled labor.
He brings in the new shit bags and the new water bottles.
Terry, you're not exactly sure that his wife doesn't know. To be honest,
it's a big question right now.
There's a big question. We can't definitively say that she is not part of this.
Is she ignorant or implicit or just that fucking dumb?
Well, I think she's implicit and plays ignorant.
Yeah, who's got the TV on? Who's watching the basketball game?
Got to be Jay.
I've got the Lions-Packers game on, but the volume's down.
Not that loud.
No, it's not.
I can hear that motherfucker calling plays.
Oh, hang on. It's me.
Is it you?
God damn it, Lynch.
God damn it. It's like the fucking fish tank.
He's been doing this. He's been doing this since the days of the Loki and Jabroni show and still doesn't know to turn his shit down. You can give me that finger all you want, jackass. There it is. And to turn down your shit.
He forgets. He's old. He forgets.
Oh.
I'm going to say this, Herm, and I think I've mentioned it to Chris and maybe Corey too today alone. I really feel like his wife's involved in just playing she has no idea, so none of this comes back on her.
It's a possibility. I can't say neither here nor there.
Otherwise, I think he's have to be beating the living shit out of her because there's a lot of shit that doesn't add up. She's very, very angry when she needs to be, but then he's the father of my children. Yeah, but
dude, my ex-wife wants to see me get hit by a bus, for fuck's sake.
Right, but you're right.
See me get hit by a bus.
I don't think any of my wives want me to fucking get hit by a bus, but I got an ex-wife right in the motherfucking comments.
She's in the comment section.
All right? Let's be honest. She was my first wife. I'm on my third.
If you are Herm's first wife,
I don't
put it in the comment section.
We're not the best of friends, but you know what? We got a kid together, and you got to be fucking adults. But you don't have to love nobody, and you don't have to stay with nobody if they're a piece of shit.
Correct.
Like
true words and true spoken.
Come on, you don't think your kids are going to be better off?
And look, even time doesn't heal all the wounds, but it heals the wound enough where two people can be civil toward one another. You're raising a kid together. Unfortunately, I married a narcissist, so nothing's ever her fault. That would be me. There it is, my sister. My sister here in my heart. God didn't bless me with a blood sister. God blessed me with that sister right upstairs, and I thank him every day for that.
Chris, what you asked me before I had to step away for a second?
That's a good question. I want you to speak on behalf of Alex because obviously Alex is not here. Something might have came up. Alex Club from Club Racing Incorporated was going to be here. He was nice enough to take about 35 minutes out of his day-to-day to talk to me. But JR, just give the folks like a little background on how Alex Club Racing does business, since you have done business with them in the past.
Look, I'm sure that Jay has been in or around an ARCA garage at some point. Corey knows, I know, I worked with Alex. I went to Talladega with Alex. I was supposed to go to Kansas with Alex, and because of funding issues, I couldn't go on that trip. I did make the drive to Charlotte. Nobody on Alex's crew, not a single person, not his dad, not Brian, not the UNOH kids, nobody that's on that crew makes a fucking dime. They're all volunteers. Alex can't afford to pay for the car and the trip there and all that and pay his crew. He doesn't have the funding. Alex is a great guy. I'm not throwing shame or hate or anything at Alex. And, I want to thank Alex for the opportunity for letting me come out and help him. But Alex, that's one of the reasons why that the big reason why I stepped away was because he was like, look, man, we're all volunteers. I can't pay you. And I was like, Alex, unfortunately, man, I love what I'm doing, but I can't drive out of my own pocket 8.5 to 10 hours one way to certain tracks. I can't afford it. And he understood that. So, we didn't go out hating each other. I mean, he's a busy guy. We talk when we can. Corey knows. Corey's talked to Alex a lot. I'm sure Jay knows. He's probably got friends that work in ARCA or are in ARCA now. And hardly any of these smaller funded teams pay anybody.
I spend my off weekends at Brad Smith's shops doing all his body work and getting that car ready. And I have never made a dime in ARCA competition, and I've been doing it since 2007 in ARCA, and I started with James Hilton.
Oh, wow.
I have never made a dime in ARCA. All the trips to all the tracks, all the hotel rooms, meals, paid for out of my pocket using my vacation time from my jobs at the time.
And that goes back to something we said last night with Zachary Tinkle when he was saying the same thing about his ARCA team. And by the way, if you haven't watched that episode, guys, go back and watch last night.
Please do.
More humble.
He was great.
Oh, Lynch hit the nail on the head in the comment section last night. A more humble and just gracious. He's grateful to be where he is. He knows his talent got him here, and the rest of it. That kid is just
the fuck up and had nothing to say.
That kid was pure class.
It was.
I've been on the show. This will be my 4th episode tonight with the Speedway Review, and that was the first time that I had seen the entire panel, me, Herman, Chris, not interrupt anybody. I mean, it was just, he told a story about his dad that really touched the three of us in a very personal way.
Great story.
It hit us hard. And again, like Chris said, if you haven't seen last night's episode, go back and check it out.
His story about his dad hit me too, because I would listen to the whole show, which is rare for me. But the wife's gone. I had unobstructed time. And his
you
story
get
about
Lynch. You get Lynch. If you got Lynch awake after 8 o'clock, you've done something.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And look, it's 9:24 now.
That's impressive.
And I'm 2 levels deep.
Wow, the butt stuff is coming, guys. If you're a Dysfunction Junction fan, when he says edibles, butt stuff is on its way. Jay, you have worked. I don't know what your status is right now, but within the Craftsman Truck Series garage, most recently with ThorSport, is that a paid gig or is that another thing like, you're helping out to help out?
ThorSport, that was a 7 a.m. to whenever you're done for the day job. I do not work there anymore. Duke came up with an idea that decided to make all of his employees salary and paid your overtime in Chinese overtime, which for those who do not know, on standard overtime, you get time and a half. Chinese overtime, you get half time.
Fuck and that.
It just was not feasible for me to drive an hour and a half to work every day for that.
Okay, can you put up TJ Peters' comment? Because TJ Peters already gets the show, both shows. TJ knows about butt stuff. He put a butt on our show 2 weeks ago.
Giggity, giggity,
TJ,
giggity, giggity.
TJ is a member of the family now. No matter where he could work at Arby's next week. He's a part of the family.
Yeah,
and another guest that we've had. Sorry to cut you off, Herm, but TJ Peters currently works with Legacy Motor Club. For those of you who don't know, his fiance Stephanie Moyer runs ARCA. So when he's not with the truck team or an Xfinity team or helping out on the Legacy side, he's with Stephanie. So he knows Alex really well as well. He knows that none of these ARCA teams make any fucking money.
Right.
I don't even see how these guys can afford to put the cars on the track.
Well, the thing about the ARCA series is the grand and glorious Daytona race that everybody spends $1,000 on to go to didn't even pay $20,000 to win this year.
Wow.
A lot of teams spent that just getting there. A short track race might pay $5,000 to win, and an ARCA Speedway race might pay $10,000 to win. So you buy 2 sets of tires on a short track, you got to win just to pay your tire bill.
All right, Alex just got to me. He said, "Shit, my bad." I'm hoping he's going to sign on soon. Let me send him a message.
I'm sure that motherfucker's busy, dude.
I know.
Well, don't ARCA run Salem this weekend?
I think they have Toledo this. I think it's Toledo this weekend.
Next weekend, because I was going to go to that race, but I can't because I'll be over at Michigan International with the Rusty Wallace Driving School giving ride-alongs.
That's badass, by the way. That's cool as shit.
Yeah, TJ says it is going to be Salem. Yeah.
Yeah, Salem's this week. So we're probably loaded up and getting ready for Salem because I think that's a Saturday race.
TJ, is Stephanie running this weekend?
I'm going to guess yes. He's the one that came in and said Salem right off the bat in the comment section. Gage said something. Probably if you're Gibbs or Venturini Motorsports, you could make a shitload of money. I'm even thinking that those teams. Well, if you're Gibbs, I don't know. Oh, JR, you're shaking your head.Ell me more. You've worked on ARCA. Jay, you've worked on ARCA.
The only reason why that JGR gets money is because of the freaking Xfinity and Cup teams. That's what funds their ARCA program.
Okay, fair enough.
And Venturini's just a fucking loaded guy. He's that team's just loaded right as it is. He's a great dude. Billy Venturini is a great person.
Oh yeah,
Venturini is a great person, but from what I've heard, he charges you $65,000 per short track event and something like $110,000 per speedway event. But that gets you everything: hauler, crew, backup car, primary car, everything you need to run that weekend is included.
Wow. Now I'm going to ask, and I'll start with Jay, and then we'll move up to JR. Too many J's. I'm going to have to start giving
Alex
nicknames.
Green room.
You got Alex in the green room. Okay, I'll get this out of the way before Alex comes on. One of the things that I've heard, and Alex will certainly tell his story when he comes in, is that a lot of these teams that run the ARCA series a lot, and I'm gonna take a wild guess. Alex may be able to help me out with the percentage. I'm gonna say 70% of the teams, maybe more, don't run on new tires. They're buying scuffs, and they're running with whatever they can get. It's basically done with bubble gum and super glue every single week.
Baling wire and duct tape.
Oh, yeah. See the old Larry the Cable Guy routine. Ladies and gentlemen, from CRI, owner, operator, driver, landscaper. He's a politician, and he's a damn handsome man. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alex Clubb.
Hey,
what's up,
Alex? How's it going?
Welcome.
I wish we had you on better circumstances, but we told a little bit of your story. Whoa, hello.
What up, little man?
You know what?
Hey, man.
Move Daddy out of the way. You're on the show.
Say hi, I'm Parker.
Hi.
Hi, Parker.
Hey, Parker.
Hey, Parker.
Do you like pancakes?
Oh, he loves pancakes.
I like
my man.
Can't go wrong with pancakes.
That's
like
what I'm talking about.
I could go for a pancake.
I like pancakes.
Listen to you. I'm talking to the kid. Y'all shut up. Oh. Parker, what are you going to be for Halloween?
Say you're going to be a little mini Ric Flair.
Really mini Ric Flair.
Woo! You know what I'm gonna be for Halloween?
Oh, he's gone now.
Cena. I'm gonna be John Cena because you can't see me.
That's awesome. Hey, bud, turn the light back.
Oh no, now you can see me. Yeah, turn the light on, bro. We gotta talk to Alex.
dad to him.
Oh, Jesus. TJ is still on the strawberry cheesecake donut routine. Can you put that comment up?
He just doesn't want to cooperate, the little guy.
That's all right. I was a little guy once. I never wanted to cooperate. TJ,
Right.
strawberry cheesecake donuts are on the way. Just chill your face. All right. We'll get Alex. There we go. Almost, maybe, kind of. He's the mayor or the alderman, or he's the president of the United States. Can't beat the one we already got.
That is. I mean, you can't do any worse.
I think
Right.
Alex Club for president 2028.
I'll
There you go.
I'll vote that shit.
I've already got the
Anything's
T-shirt.
possible.
I've already got the T-shirt. You ready? Alex Club 2028. Make America race again.
Walter is vice president.
Walter Buttplug Herman will definitely be vice president. Alex,
I like that slogan. That's a great slogan.
I love it too, but somebody will call, racial inequality and will have you assassinated within a week. There's Walter. Alex, we touched on your story a little bit. I'd like you, because we spoke on you a lot on Tuesday about the things that were said in regard to your short relationship with Jordan. Can you tell the folks the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Motorhead?
Yeah, so Jordan got a hold of me on behalf of you guys, the Speedway Review, and he said that he was looking to sponsor a car for the Mid-Ohio ARCA race, and we were within his budget, so we went along and just made an agreement, and he sent us $500 for sponsorship for a small spot on our car, and he was given a team shirt and a team hat, and then he had credentials for the race, and he came and we did all that, and he said he had the time of his life, and I think everything went good for, we had a few issues with the car that day, but he was happy with everything. And then I got a message that we were supposed to be paying him from someone, which our whole crew is all volunteers except for my dad. My dad quit his full-time job to work full-time for me, but that's bouncing between our landscaping and the race team. So he's a full 40-hour-week employee. So somewhere along the lines, he said that I was going to pay him $9,000 is what Jackson Stotts said that he was going to do.
That was what he put out there to the public. Yeah.
Yeah, he told us he was going to be do PR work and all kinds of things of that nature.
Yeah, and I mean, he had talked to me about it, but I told him, I don't have the money to buy new tires every race, so I'm not going to spend money on a PR guy when I just do all my own PR stuff. I don't do a great job at it, but I do a good enough job to get posts out and results out and stuff like that. So he ended up reaching out to me and apologizing for saying stuff that he said he shouldn't have said because he was in a financial crisis and whatnot. But basically, our end of the deal was just put the logo on the car and go run the race like we normally would for a marketing partner, and give them.
You purchased a space. You
used
it,
and then I got a thing through PayPal that it was disputed, and I had to send in a bunch of information to prove that the goods and services or whatever, however their terms are. I'm a boomer when it comes to that stuff, so I had to take screenshots from Facebook. Yeah, exactly. So I had to take screenshots of everything.
And here's pictures of it on my car. Thank you.
Yeah. Basically, I just sent in like 10 or 11 screenshots or whatever. I think Chris seen them because I sent them to the page today. Yep. So that's everything I sent to PayPal, and then they denied everything. And then he wants to come to Toledo next week, and I told him I didn't think that was going to be a good idea. So he said now there's a bunch of stuff going on, and he's trying to fix things, and he hopes to be with us next year, which I don't think that's going to be the case either.
Look, the one thing that, Alex, if you don't mind me spilling tea, I guess that's how the kids say it. One thing you mentioned to me in our conversation earlier by phone was he came and did the work for you. He got the shirt, he got the hat. Everybody had, it seemed like a great time, but he pimped out rides to and from home from your team.
Yeah, yep. I did leave that part out, but yeah. Yeah, a couple of our UNOH kids had to pick him up and give him a ride to the track and then give him a ride back. So I told him that wasn't something that we could help with. So, if he couldn't make it, I understood. And I mean, even at the track, he didn't have to do anything at the track as a sponsor. I mean, basically all you do if you come is, we've got a decent pit box and a little bit of food and drink, and you just hang out, eat, drink, and watch the race from the pit box or the grandstands or wherever you want to be. And then, you go about your way. I mean, he wanted to be there and, try to help with things, which we're fine with that. We're a small team. We have anywhere from 6 to 8 people, most races. So if somebody wants to jump in, hey, we figure maybe it'll get you hooked and you'll want to help us more or sponsor us more. So, it's, like I say, we're all volunteers basically. So, it was an all right thing, and I thought everything went good, and then everything else kind of happened. So
yeah, as I said to you earlier on the phone, if there's a day in the last 2 weeks that my phone hasn't blown up,
same.
It's a new thing. It's something new every day, whether it's a listener or it's a past guest or somebody coming in going, oh, he reached out for money from me too. Alex, we got off the phone around 2:30 this afternoon ish, and right after that, JR reached out to me. And Mike McMahon, I'll get to your comment in a minute. JR reached out to me with a story that we told early in the show. He actually, as PR, reached out to RJR, Rhett Jones Racing, to try to get Frankie Muniz. That would be a great get. None of us here would have complained about that, but he also asked Frankie for money.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Yeah.
And the way JR told it, and I have no reason not to believe him. He was on the phone with RJR. When JR, when you come back, he can fill in the holes that I can't because here he comes up. Tell Alex the story, please, about RJR.
Sorry, dad duty.
Understood.
So anyway, kind of somewhat listening, dealing with kids. So like I said, I contacted Rhett Jones trying to get Frankie Muniz on the show. Frankie happened to be there. So we kind of did a little conference call deal. And we got on the subject of Jordan. And he said that Jordan had asked him for thousands of dollars to help pay for his wife's medical bills, which we have now come to find out his wife doesn't need money for medical bills.
That is pretty crazy, but people do anything for money, unfortunately.
I understand that. One of the things, though, and again, we touched on it not only Tuesday night that you watched the show, Alex, and here tonight, is that he used words like family. You guys are my family. You guys are my brothers. You don't do this to family. And there's, with all the people just coming out of the woodwork, a listener saying he pimped me out for $3,000,
dude,
so we could get a divorce. Please go ahead, Mike.
Touched on the females.
Well, it's your floor. I'm just standing on it.
We've had several, and I don't know. I don't know their names. We've got all of their communications, mostly through JR and people he's reached out to.
Corey too.
Yep. Corey as well. But we have at least 2 or 3 females that were either guests or are within the sport, and he's trying to be guests, that have confirmed that he got kind of really creepy, almost possessive, and he's blocked on like every media platform they have. I have sent messages to anybody that he has posted on his new website that is again one of the first guests on this new show that he's trying to start up on his own is some young female driver, and
Ava Dobson.
Yes, thank you, Ava Dobson. And I got to be honest, I contacted, as the producer here, I contacted her media team and let them know what was up, let them know what we had discovered, let them know that he had been fired, and to be careful. So yeah, so there's so many
crazy.
Yeah, like we're literally discovering that he was stalking potential female guests and past female guests.
Which one of you had the screenshot of the picture of former guest Lacey Furno that said, "Oh, I'd like to make her my girlfriend"? Who was that? Raise your hand. Don't all speak up at once. Who had that? It was JR. All right. Tell Alex a little about that.
So I had actually gotten that screenshot. No, I know what you're talking about. I think I have another one. So he had texted me saying, we have Lacey Furno coming on. She's a good friend. I'm like, cool. I mean, because the deal was
fantastic.
Even before, and I had told Chris and Herman this, even before shit hit the fan, he wanted me to be a part of his other show. And I told him, I said, look, the drama between you and the Speedway Review is between y'all. I don't want in the middle of it. If any shit pops off, Jordan, I'm backing out. I don't want my name attached to any shit show. Well, shit hit the fan, and I ultimately backed out. But he was telling me that he was going to, when him and his wife got divorced, that he was going to get with this girl who I don't even think's 18 yet.
No, she's in her 20s.
Is she? Okay, see,
hello, Cammie Hood. My niece is watching. Everybody wave hi to Cammie and tell her, see you in 7 days.
Cammie.
She's going to Six Flags, motherfucker, with me.
Hey, can I be your niece and go to Six Flags too, damn it?
What are you, Jordan? Stop it. Tell the rest of your story.
But anyway, he's saying, that when him and his wife get divorced, that he's going to get with this girl. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, yeah, cool. I'm pretty sure I responded like, hell yeah, that's what's up, or that's cool. But in my mind, I'm like, for one, she doesn't look 18. And for two, even if she is definitely not going to get with your goofy ass.
We got a comment in the comment section from Brandon Walker. It said he tried to get $80 from me.
Ooh.
Jesus. All right, this is unfolding at a rapid pace, and I'm hoping that we don't have to do another special episode, but we'll keep doing it as long as we have to, because this is affecting a lot of people. Lynch on the periphery, JR, myself, Corey, Herm, Jay Reynolds, Alex. Jesus, Alex, I said it to you earlier. I want to say it in front of the guys. I'm sorry the name of, your name, the name of your team, any business you have, incorporated with you, this is a stain. And I want you to know, on behalf of everybody involved, we apologize.
Alex, we're real sorry.
Oh, I appreciate it, but it's nothing. It's no big deal.
What we've been doing the two shows we've done is transparency, disclosure. He basically fucked everybody, and
right.
And he did it with using our name.
Yeah,
so,
it's sad, but it's the way of the world now. Unfortunately, with some people.
I mean, we're really a decent bunch of guys. There was a scumbag here. That's all.
Well,
yeah, I know how that goes. I had that with my own team this year, so I know how that goes.
We got rid of the scumbag, and guys. We're trying to keep it going.
We're a decent bunch of guys, and Corey.
Yes.
Who is exemplary?
Oh, he's beyond reproach.
Yes.
He's the right hand of God at this point, with all the church things you've been doing for the last month.
Yeah.
He announced he was going to make T-shirts using the NASCAR Daily logo without my consent. Refused to give me a portion of the profits. Dude.
Damn. That's fucked up.
We talked about for Dysfunction Junction, just to give you guys a little sideways inside baseball, the Tuesday night podcast that none of you are a part of, and you should be. Dysfunction Junction, 6 o'clock Tuesday nights on the YouTube. We talked about doing a Patreon, doing extra stuff like we're doing tonight. $5 and above, you'll get like a weekly, add-on type thing. And Herm, being the guy who's in charge of everything technically, would run it. But I'm quite sure that the dollars that came in, he wouldn't put in his pocket. You take care of production costs first. Pay StreamYard, what have you.
Yeah, like just covering the bills that it costs me to put this on. Not you know what I mean? Not out of necessity, just because that's how it works.
Yeah, but if we got $500 a month, he's not. He's not.
We reinvest it.
Yeah, if we got $500 a month, and it costs, I don't know, $50 to run StreamYard.
I'm gonna have some merch printed up. I'm gonna sell that.
Right. Time out. Comment section. Shut up about Jackson. We're not talking about Jackson. Jackson is okay in our book. We're to leave it at that. We're talking about Jordan and the fact that he has pimped everybody except for God, Jesus, and Mr. McMahon for money. Although in the comment section is a Mr. McMahon. So Herm, hit the button if you would.
Because for the God and Jesus and Mr. McMahon.
Thank you, Mr. McMahon. Thank you, Sheiky baby. No, TJ, sorry. We're talking about Jordan. Guys, get off Jackson's nuts. The poor kid. Herm's got to go take care of dog business. Again, I'm going to go to, and you guys, you answer in the way you want to, whether it's Alex, Jay, or JR. When it comes down to it, again, shoestring budget, ARCA guys, you go out there, you bust your hump, and, you spend a lot of money to make a little money. Christopher Nichols, he hasn't asked me for money yet. Okay, Christopher, you are...
He's one of my crew guys.
Oh, is he? Christopher,
yep.
You're marked safe from having gotten asked for money yet. You spend a lot of money to make a little money. It's the love of racing. Somebody comes in and you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to start with Alex. Somebody comes in and uses your name to promote themselves. Got to be a bummer, bro.
Yeah, we've had it happen a couple times, unfortunately. So it's about the same every time. You just kind of
reset,
say your piece, and be done with it. And the worst one I've had so far is we had a crew guy. His name's Patrick. I won't give the last name because I won't give him that kind of clout. And
that's honorable.
He just showed up one day last year to the shop like a stray cat. And we're like, hey, whatever, cool. You live an hour away. You want to come clean the car. You want to bring your kids here to hang out. Cool, whatever. Well, then stuff started getting kind of stupid. I don't have the greatest of equipment, but we showed up one day and his kids wrote stuff on the car in Sharpie and, not major things, but it's you don't do that to other people's stuff.
Disrespectful shit.
Right. Well, so then fast forward to this year, one of our teams that we get technical help from, Kimmel Racing, their driver wrecked at Daytona. And he was talking crap to the dude on Facebook and saying, oh, if you knew how to drive, it wouldn't have happened. I'm like, no, dude, apologize. We don't do that. If you screw that up, I can't go from Illinois to Southern Indiana for help. I got to go from Illinois to Charlotte for help,
Right.
So he got all bent out of shape about that. And so basically, long story short, his last race with us was Iowa. And, oh, man, he loved the team. He loved everything going on. Well, then something else came up, and he talked crap. So I jumped his stuff again, and I told him, we're not doing that, dude. I told you. Well, then he didn't show up for a while. And long story short, one day I kind of went off on him in our group message because I would always ask everybody, hey, who can make it this week? Who can't? Yada, yada, yada. And he would always just look at our stuff. Well, so this week we had a low number of crew people. I can't remember even what race it was. But we had a low number of crew people because it was an early week race or something like that. So nobody was posting anything on our group thing, which we would normally go back and forth on. So he says, "Oh, awfully quiet today." And I said, "Well, if you were worried about it, you'd be at the track, you know." And which it's true, you know. I mean, I get that it's all volunteer help, but if you're that worried about what's going on, come to the track. He don't have a job. He's I think he's disabled, you know. But come to the track. So he got all bent out of shape and went off the deep end, and you know, we're all pieces of crap and all my stuff's crap, and you know, I don't have a real team and this and that. I'm like, buddy, when you showed up, you knew I had a frickin' plow truck and a 28-foot enclosed trailer that we race, you know, go to the racetrack with. It's not rocket science that we're not $1 million team with a semi.
Right.
So,
Well,
you know, that was like the worst one I've dealt with. So the Jordan deal is like nothing compared to dealing with an idiot like that.
It just
Hey,
sucks,
Alex.
though. Please, go ahead.
Oh, it
Jared.
does.
Not to cut anybody off, but you know, Alex, you know, I got the opportunity to work with him at Talladega and at Charlotte this season.
Yep.
And thanks for that opportunity, Alex. I really appreciate that. And you know, when he was going to Talladega, it just so happened he was coming through my neck of the woods. So of course I go meet him at a truck stop on the side of I-65 in the middle of Bumfuck, Tennessee. I guess
Is that outside Nashville?
Yes, right, just outside of Franklin. But
It's a suburb.
In Alex's words, it was Bumfuck, Tennessee, because it's pretty much out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
So we're out here in Bumfuck, Tennessee, at a truck stop meeting up, and he's not kidding. You know, it's an old, wore-out work truck that me and him and his dad and 2 other crew members packed into, hauling ass to Talladega.
I can correlate this story to interviewing a band that is doing really well now. It took them 20 years to break. Friend of mine, Shaman's Harvest. If you've never heard Shaman's Harvest, get on your Spotify or whatever you listen to. Nathan is a friend of mine, and he came through New Haven. Says, "Hey man, we're opening for Hinder. Want you to come to the show. Bring your rig. You can interview the band." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, it'd be great to see you guys again." So I'm in front of the legendary, if you've never been to Connecticut, watch Herm and watch Lynch. I'm in front of the legendary Toad's Place in New Haven, Connecticut.
Yeah.
And I pick up my cell phone and I call Nathan. I'm like, "Nathan, I'm in front of Toad's. Where are you?" He goes, "I see you. Turn around." This nasty 1989 Winnebago being pulled by a pickup truck. And I walk inside, and they have like a fifth wheel, not a fifth wheel, but like a U-Haul box trailer hitched behind the Winnebago where the band is sleeping. And they're hauling their gear in the box, and in the Winnebago, they're all sleeping. We did the interview in there, and I'm thinking to myself, dude, you guys have had, 2 gold albums. You're currently on tour with one of the bigger bands of this day and age, and you're still traveling in a Winnebago. He goes, "Dude, we suffer for the art. We reinvest in the show. We reinvest in the, the merchandise. They're using the George Steinbrenner effect. You put your money on the field, and they're putting their money in record production and whatnot. So when I hear, JR tell the story, he shows up and you guys got this war wagon that looks like, wow, these guys are just out there huffing it and kicking ass. And again, super glue and bubble gum, putting it together. That's love, my friend. That is true love for the sport of racing.
Make sure
and you can ask JR, that truck might look and sound like a POS, but it gets us everywhere. It's been everywhere this year, but Daytona.
That thing is literally the war wagon. He needs to get a sign for the windshield, the war wagon. I mean, that truck looks. I don't even. What is he? I think he was talking at the truck stop. Man, the fucking bed's rusted off the frame.
John Garrett, you son of a gun.
God bless John.
Yes, John was a guest recently. I love that guy. He got the jokes too. You're in on it too. But John, glad to have you here.
Listen,
it's love.
I have to intervene, Chris. Alex, we were. And I guess one of his buddies that was in the infield sent him a message. I think you know what story I'm getting at. You have to tell the story.
Which one? Is this with the mud cricket? Or is this a different one?
2 women on the table with the line.
Oh,
you got my
Jesus.
attention.
You have to tell this one.
I'm fucking in.
So-
I'm all in.
So there's
You had me with 2 women.
the Talladega infield is wild.
Yeah.
So what they had is they had 2 broads lined up, and they were doing relay races where they were, I don't know if they had whipped cream involved, but they were running up and licking the lady bits, and you know they'd get it good, and then the next guy'd run up and go again. So that was pretty wild.
Hey,
It was
Alex.
one of those you have to see it to believe it kind of deals.
Alex, you got Toledo next weekend. Any trips to the Purple Hippopotamus coming up?
No,
my
I
God.
don't even know if I'm going to be in Toledo yet. My wife's due the 31st, but they said that she could be 3 weeks early, so I might, I don't know yet. I got to see. I probably will go and just drive up Saturday morning and
Whatever
get
you
there
do,
and get back and
Alex,
get our year
whatever
done
you,
and then get ready for Daytona.
whatever you
I
do,
forgot. Baby number 2's on the way.
whatever you
Yep.
do, congratulations on baby number 2, boy, girl, or other. Because we live in 2023.
Thanks.
The name Jordan is not a good name.
No.
No, that's not on our radar.
Off the
I
list.
almost had the wife. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. By the way, John, if you're still on here, I tried calling you the other day. I don't think you sent me an invoice yet for my shirts. So
Yeah, John,
I need to get that, John boy. But
get on it,
anyway,
John.
I almost had my wife. She wanted, if it's a boy, to name the boy Hunter. So
Not
I'm
bad.
like, hell yeah. I said,
All right.
can we use 2 middle names? And she's like, well, maybe. I said, all right, well, I want to name him Hunter Hearst Helmsley Club.
God damn it! I saw that coming.
So she thought about it for about a day, and she must have talked to somebody, and they must have told her what was what with that, because she's like, very funny, but it's a no. I'm like, damn it, that would have been great.
That's
Dale,
awesome.
Darryl,
You know,
Waltrip, Richard Petty, Rusty, Awesome Bill, Gordon Irvin, Earnhardt, Schmidt Club.
What?
Right.
It's it's their family names.
It's a family name.
She don't want a little Triple H running
What
around.
the hell?
Yeah, I can imagine the kid at 2 years old got the bottle spewing the water. Oh Christ!
Well, I was trying to let my son Parker have a mullet so he could actually look like miniature Ric Flair for Halloween, but
That'll work.
she will not let him have a mullet for whatever reason.
I say
Oh,
just
my
do it.
God.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than it is to get permission.
Bingo.
Yeah, I know, but it's hard because I work a lot, so she's the one that always takes them. She's
All right.
like the high maintenance, high class broad, and I'm the low maintenance, blue collar redneck dude
Oh
that
my
don't
God.
care. So
That I saw
That
that
sounds
coming.
vaguely familiar.
I saw that coming a half mile away, and I could not resist. I had to hear the rest of the story. Before we go, I'm going to take it around the circle. Gage has a good idea. If it's a boy, name him Chris.
yeah, it's not bad.
You know what? I got a better idea. Male or female, it's a gender neutral name. The first name Strip comes to mind.
Well, my grandpa always wanted to name a kid Billy, and I was trying to get her to do that because then it could be Billy Club, but
Right?
she don't like that
That would
either.
be fucking awesome.
If it was
But if
twins,
the boy, you name
Billy,
it Irish.
Yeah,
Irish Club. There you go.
Irish club.
Strip
there's tons of good
Irish
ones.
Club. Wow. Name him after
Strip's
his father,
probably a good
John
one
T.
too, but
John Garrett,
good.
stop it.
What'd
Stop
John
it,
say?
John. Put it up on the screen.
Name him after his father.
John T. And this is why
well, that'll be a hard one to tell because it'll probably come out white either way.
Oh my God. This is why the Speedway family, right up there with Dysfunction Junction family,
that's
is the
beautiful.
best.
Well, at
I'm going to
least it'll be
stop.
white. I'm good.
Right?
That's
it would suck
terrific.
it would suck if you had a little Mexican kid, but then again, he'd mow the lawn at 2 years old.
Yeah, it'd be hard to be mad about that.
Right. Going around the circle, we'll start with Jay Reynolds. Jay, final thoughts.
I don't have any.
That's my man right there. You got to love that. Corey, final thoughts. Hopefully we don't have to do another one of these next week. But Corey, final thoughts.
Well, I mean, honestly, all I got to say is, like, from what I thought was, he was a good kid. And then just seeing the fact that, that he basically just bullshitted people and, took money from people, to the fact that, that he was buying like merchandise, concert tickets, whatever have you, and all that. It's just, I'll just probably say this, stealing money and bullshitting people just doesn't make a good image for you. So, and for that, I just pretty much just say, dude, you pretty much fucked up, and you fucked up bad. And honestly, like, if you're watching this right now, look at what you caused. You think this is our fault?
Look at what you did.
Exactly.
Look what they done to my boy.
Look what they done to my boy. They messed up with my boy. But no, other than that, that's pretty much all I have. And for that, I yield back.
Okay, you guys want to see Rain Man in action? Corey.
Yes.
Who won the 1993 Daytona 500?
Is this a trick question?
132.
Wasn't it Derek Cope?
Yeah, I didn't even know who won. Oh wait, I know.
Oh, he was 90.
Oh, wait,
Wapner.
right.
1993. Come on, you're stat boy. You do this every time I do this.
I know.
And you're.
See?
I know the answer. I know the answer, but
Because
then everyone's all giving out guesses. Like,
All
right, hold on, guys. Hold on. Who won the 1993 Daytona 500?
Ernie Irvin.
Wrong.
Dale Jarrett.
Dale Jarrett.
There it is.
But what car was he driving, though?
The number 18 Gibbs car.
The metal one.
The metal one. God damn it. JR, final thoughts.
I don't have anything.
Fair enough. Lynch, you came in hot in the beginning. What? You said you didn't have anything. What do you want from me, kid?
I don't have anything for the topic, but hopefully we can get Alex back on soon to talk about his season on way better.
Absolutely.
Oh, definitely. And then I'll make sure that I'm on at the right time instead of an hour late.
Alex, can I borrow like $20 from you real quick?
Yeah, sure, man. Do you take Monopoly money?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'll spend that shit. I'll pass it.
He'll pay it.
No, stop it, JR. That's my $20. Lynch, you came in hot at the beginning of the show. Now you get to be one of the closing voices. Lynch, final thoughts.
Cara's a bitch. It drives a big yellow bus. I hope it's got your name written all the fuck over it.
Yep.
You burned a lot of bridges. You pissed off a lot of people, myself included. There's no coming back from this. There's no rebuilding relationships. All that's in the past. I had said Tuesday night, I hope you get help. You are beyond redemption and beyond help. Go get them.
Excuse me.
Pay the boy. Pay your bills. Pay back the boys what they're owed. Be a fucking man and act like you got a set. And stop going to fucking strip clubs and playing with hoochie mamas who really are only there for your dollar. They don't give a fuck about you. And cut the shit. You're gonna divorce your wife. Do her the favor and do it. Don't threaten. Just do.
Yeah,
your kids
for
will
real.
be better.
Do the kids
your
the
your kids will be better off without you.
Hang
You're
yourself.
you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. That's it. I'm out.
All right. Alex, final thoughts. Herm, you're the main event tonight. I'm going to leave it to you to close it out. But Alex, final thoughts.
Well, I think strippers are very expensive, and that's probably Jordan's problem. And also, in the words of the late, great Colonel Sanders, I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
My man.
There you go.
There we go.
My
I
man.
love Marlon Sanders. He's one of my heroes. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, to close out the show, in this corner, from around the corner, weighing 315 pounds, give or take, whatever he's wearing that day. No, he's dropped a lot of weight, but 315 sounded good.
Like 290 is
I'm buying it.
290.
Michael P.S. Herman.
Yeah, I am lucky enough to be one of the few people that doesn't care about the money that Jordan took. That doesn't mean that I'm not a man of principle. Unfortunately, Jordan fucked with the wrong guy at the wrong time for the wrong amount of money. My lawyer's already working on it. I have enough points to buy an open-ended ticket to Ohio at any point in time. And unfortunately, Jordan plays the short game. But as Chris, Mr. Burns, up in the corner, who's known me for 35, almost 40 years, knows I don't play the short game.
The music.
The short game, huh?
You said 35 years.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
I play the long game. So you don't know where, you don't know when, and you don't know how long it's going to be, Jordan, until I do what I need to do, because I don't really care what my lawyer does, because I don't care about the money. This is a personal debt, and I don't know when it's going to happen, but it will. Just know, I have the money to find you wherever you go. And I don't mind spending it. I kind of like it. I like spending money because I have it to spend. So be careful, sir.
If you're that interested in spending money, my pants are falling down.
Understood. Understood. Christmas is coming.
Not an AEW belt. I don't necessarily need a UFC belt.
But
stop shitting your pants, maybe it won't full of shit. It'll be full of shit. Your pants will fall down.
I haven't shit my pants since I was 31 years old.
Good luck to you, Jordan. May the odds be ever in your favor.
On that note, thank you everybody who joined in tonight. We're very, very sorry to everyone involved who got scammed or had their name dragged through the mud. It's not a situation any one of us wanted to be in, least of which me or Alex or Christ. I could point to any one of you and say, you know, Lynch, you didn't want to be here. Jay, you didn't want to be here. None of us wants to give up our Thursday night and just rehash the same shit. But as more new shit comes out, we have to tackle it. Because as JR pointed out earlier, when he's on the phone doing PR work and the driver comes in, not only the driver, a very prominent, well-known person in many circles says, oh yeah, he pimped me out for money. That's bad. That's very bad.
Frankie Muniz, wherever you are, I apologize on behalf
of
everybody involved.
The whole team. As the producer of the show, I apologize on behalf of everybody here.
I'm just apologizing as someone who used to watch Malcolm in the Middle. I'm sorry.
I loved you and Cody Banks.
The thing is that
yeah.
Go ahead, Jay.
The sad thing is not only has it tainted you guys, but it's also possibly tainted any other person's podcast that might want any driver on it too.
Good point, because you know what we do. Thank you, Jay. What we do is grassroots.
Unfortunately, this is a guilty by association society we live in, and now it's like, say, like in Frankie's case, he's thinking, well, now I've been asked to join these two podcasts. I got kind of screwed by this guy from this podcast. What makes me think that it's not going to be any different on podcast A, B, or C compared as it was to what he did?
He'll be all right.
Yeah,
I'll talk to him on Saturday at Salem. I'll tell him that everybody's cool. There was just one bad beat off.
I want to say this because I said it in the chat. This might be the best thing that happened to this show because, and of course, JR immediately, who just left us, said, okay, you need to explain. I says, wait a minute. If you've never seen A Bronx Tale, the main character, C, is chasing down this guy through the whole movie for $20. And Sonny, the gangster, says, you know that guy? Yeah, he owes me $20.
So why are you chasing him?
It costs you
Is that
20 bucks to get him out of your life.
Is he your friend? No, I don't even like the guy. It, like Jay just said, it just costs you $20 to get that guy out of your life. I feel like shit for the people that were hurt and had their money taken and what have you. But in the end, I'm going to back up Lynch on this one. Karma's got teeth bigger than all of us, and it's going to bite somebody in the ass someday. For all of us at the Speedway Review, thank you so much. Wednesday, we're actually going to talk about racing. I swear to God, on my daughter's eyesight, we're going to talk about the weekend that will be from Talladega.
Swearing God and shit.
And hopefully, we'll have Christian Eckes on the show talking about his win.
It'd be nice.
All right. Good night, viewers. Everybody, stay on for a minute.
Heard.